Hello, my wonderful friends, Magus and Tinkum back in the library. Today I want to talk about the next book to read. And I also want to talk about, you probably noticed my shelves. I organized them by color. And I'll tell you why I did that, because I'm looking for the next book to read. And I had some set in my mind that I knew I had, but I couldn't find them. So I pulled everything off the shelves and I thought I'd put them back like this. Do I like it? It is literally driving me insane as I sit here, but I'm going to stay calm because I have my hot cocoa and marshmallows. And you know, remember in yesterday's video, I waited all day to come home, have my hot cocoa and marshmallows. I'm starting the day off with hot cocoa and marshmallows, and I got the bag of marshmallows here. I'm not going to just wait to the end to have my marshmallows. I'm going to keep adding them as I go. I'm spoiling myself today. So, our book club, we're getting close to the end of the Little Paris Bookshop, and it made me so sad. I'm so excited to see how it ends, but I was so sad to think this book is going to end. We are loving it so much. I made the most wonderful friends in book club, and so I thought, you know what, let's look for our next book today. And so I grabbed a handful after I demolished my shelves. And I thought maybe we could pick one together that maybe appeals to everyone. I'm thinking of, you know, there's a lot of you I love, grateful for as you come in, but there's a handful that are every day in the comments. I'm thinking Kiva, Catherine, Kevin, Rob. I know I'm forgetting someone's name. You know who you are. But I'm really looking forward to what you say. Your opinion will have more sway. So what I thought I'd do is show you the books I'm thinking of. We have Nessie by Susanna Clark. And what I'll do here in a minute, I'll read the little blurb off the back to help us with our decision. We have The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which you guys know I loved that movie so much. This one here, it's really calling to me. It's To Kill a Mockingbird. And I had mentioned this before, but when I was in high school, one of my girlfriends gave me this book, but I never read it. And then, so I'm thinking, oh, I mean, this book has kind of been knocking at my door for a long, long time, and it's a classic. Does that interest you guys at all? I'm kind of leaning towards this one, but all of them I'm excited about to read eventually. I've never read any Neil Gaiman. I have a few of his books I bought on different book hauls. Stardust. I think if I start with the Neil Gaiman, I want to start with Stardust. And then the last one, it just looks like a big pink happy book. Of course, it's Emily Henry and it's romance, and it's called The Happy Place. Like, just people look like they're just freaking happy, you know, and that's right up my alley. Let me grab a pair of glasses and I'll read the little blurbs on the back here to help us make our selection for our next book. Okay, so this is Happy Place. It says, Harriet and Wynne have been the perfect couple since they met in college. They go together like salt and pepper, honey and tea, lobster and rolls. It's putting a smile on my face already, just this writing. Except now, for reasons they're still not discussing, they don't. Ooh, a little mystery here. They broke up 5 months ago and still haven't told their best friends, which is how they find themselves sharing a bedroom at the main cottage can you read, Vegas? Should you even have a book club at the main cottage that has been their friends group's yearly getaway for the last decade? That was a run-on sentence. That's not my fault. Their annual respite from the world, where for one vibrant, blissful week, they leave behind their daily lives, have copious amounts of cheese, really big words here, guys. Are we up to this? Wine, seafood, soak up the salty coastal air with the people who understand them most. This is sounding pretty good, I have to admit. Only this year, Harriet and Wynne are lying through their teeth while trying not to notice how desperately they still want each other. Because the cottage is for sale and this is the last week they'll all have together in this place. They can't stand to break their friends' hearts, So they'll play their parts. Harriet will be the driven surgical resident who never starts a fight, and Win will be the laid-back charmer who never lets the cracks show. It's a flawless plan if you look at it from a great distance and through a pair of sunscreen-smeared sunglasses. This is putting a smile on my face. After years of being in love, how hard can it be to fake it for 1 week in front of those who know you best? Okay, maybe I want to read this one the most. Now, keep that on mind, guys. I love that little blurb there. Let's see. Neil Gaiman's Stardust. Tristan Thorne promises to bring back a fallen star for his beloved, the hauntingly beautiful Victoria Forrester, and crosses the wall that divides his English country town from another, more dangerous world of lords and witches, all of them in search of the star. Rich with adventure and magic, Stardust is one of master storyteller Neil Gaiman's most beloved tales. So that's kind of cool. Let's see, what next? Let's try To Kill a Mockingbird. I still haven't even read the blurb on this. One of the best love stories of all time. Okay, that's good. To Kill a Mockingbird has been translated into more than 40 languages, sold more than 40 million copies, served as the basis for an enormously popular motion picture, voted one of the best novels of the 20th century by librarians across the country. Gripping, heart-wrenching, and wholly remarkable coming-of-age tale in a South poisoned by prejudice. It views a world of great beauty and savage iniquities through the eyes of a young girl as her father, a crusading local lawyer, risk everything to defend a black man unjustly accused of a terrible crime. That might be good. Perks of Being a Wallflower. Oh, I've done, when I got this, I talked about the movie. Still haven't read the book yet, but I've watched it a few times, and I just love it. Every time I watch the movie, it gives me that feeling of when they're going through the tunnel, remember? And she's standing in the back of the truck with her arms out, like Titanic style, and David Bowie's playing, and it makes you feel youthful. It reminds me of remember when you were a kid and you just drive around in your car listening to music with your friends, and it was the greatest thing ever. Let's see. It is the story of what it's like to grow up in high school, more intimate than a diary. Charlie's letters are singular and unique, hilarious and devastating. We may not know where he lives. We may not know to whom he is writing. All we know is the world he shares. Caught between trying to live his life and trying to run from it, puts him on strange course through uncharted territory. The world of first dates, family dramas, and now friends. The world of sex, drugs, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, where all you need is that perfect song on that perfect drive to feel infinite. Oh, that does sound good. And I know the movie's great, so I'm sure the book is good too. And I've had people tell me that the book is as good as the movie, if not better. And then this one I know literally nothing about. It's Piranesi by Susanna Clark. Let's read it. Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls lined with thousands upon thousands of statues within the labyrinth of halls. An ocean is imprisoned, waves thunder up staircases, rooms are flooded in an instant, but Piranesi's is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the patterns of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. Whoa! I'm even having a hard time wrapping my mind around that. It's like a house with a labyrinth and an ocean, and he's still exploring it. How big is this house? He lives to explore the house. That's kind of neat. There is one other person in the house, a man called The Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores, evidence emerge of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel. revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. Huh. Okay. So there's that. So what do you think, guys? Go vote in the comments there. Emily Henry, happy place. It's funny, when we started this, I was leaning towards To Kill a Mockingbird. Now I'm kind of leaning towards Happy Place. I say it, I'm laughing. Happy Place. It just, and the little blurb, it just sounded really good. To Kill a Mockingbird, still excited about it. And I mean, it says the best love story or loved story of all time. I mean, how do you not read that? We got to read that eventually, if not this time. Neil Gaiman's Stardust. Piranesi. Or Perks of Being a Wallflower. All right, guys. I will see you. So, well, as a matter of fact, I'll see you this afternoon for a book club. If you're brand new to and you haven't joined us, it's not too late. I have in my playlist from chapter 1 all the way up, so you can catch up, you know, and go to the comments. I still get all the comments, even if you're chapters behind. I love hearing and interacting with you. And no, I love you.